Okay, good morning. My name is Saito, and my presentation has 2 points. That one is city-to-city collaboration between Renka municipality and Toyama City, and second is development of JCM project in Chile. This is because we Nippon Koei has a contract with the Ministry of the Environment Japan to implement these 2 projects for Chile this year. So first of all, just a quick introduction of my company. So the Nippon Koei is the largest Japanese international engineering consultants, and we have 75 years of the any type of the civil engineering projects. I myself belong to the International Environmental Department, specialized in the climate change and renewable energy group. Then our headquarters is located in Tokyo, Japan, and we do have a Latin American Caribbean network based in Panama. Then since 2015, we are developing JCM projects in Chile with the support of Ministry of Environment Japan and Japan International Cooperation Agency. So we support to develop many approved projects, JCM projects in Chile, currently 4 projects out of total 8. And also many others in other countries as well. Then this is an explanation of city-to-city collaboration. So the Ministry of the Environment Japan launched this scheme in 2013, and from 2020, we are very happy to start the first project in Latin American countries between Renka Santiago and Toyama. Then this is a project structure. So the project is implemented under the umbrella of the cooperation between Renka and Toyama. Then under the umbrella, the private companies in both local or government area will cooperate to formulate CO2 emission reduction projects. Then consultant team, including Nippon Koei, and also we closely collaborate with a Chilean entity called Sherpas and La Fabrica to support overall this process. So this is just a quick introduction of the Toyama City. So Toyama City has about 420,000 people population with 1,200 square kilometer area. And then you see that this beautiful view, and which has, I believe it has a quite strong similarity with the Santiago. Then Toyama City is one of the very active cities in Japan who has a strong policy on the environmental management as well as SDGs, Sustainable Development Goal promotion. And then again, the Toyama City is also active in the international cooperation. So they started cooperation with the Southeast Asian cities, including the many in Indonesia and Malaysia. Then now they are expanding their network to Chile as well. So they started actually the communication by the leaders of these 2 local governments in one of the international conference. Then thereafter, they communicated each other. Then finally, they applied for this city-to-city collaboration program in 2020. And last year, very recently, COP26 in Glasgow, Mayor of Renka participated in a side event called Roles of Multi-Stakeholders Towards Subnational Decarbonization, which is actually mentioning importance of the local governments and local stakeholders, not only the countries. Then that event was held at the Japanese pavilion, and Mayor of Renka mentioned about this city-to-city collaboration project as well. And you can also watch this event still now in the YouTube as well. Then this is how we are trying to develop a project in Renka. So the considering this is in line with the sustainable development goal approach, we divide the approach into environmental, social, and economic. Then we are trying to develop projects like the rooftop solar and the distributed energy and decarbonization of industry, or the sometimes like elderly mobility, that's kind of thing. Then we do hope that it will contribute to the race to zero commitment of Renka and also its green recovery from COVID-19 impact. Then we have a 3-year plan. So I'm not gonna explain very much in detail, but in the city-to-city cooperation, Renka side requested to share to Toyama side to share their experience and the information on the planning process and also how they decided a key performance indicator (KPI) regarding net zero policy and SDGs. And we do hope that to realize real implementation project in the next financial year in Japan, which starts in April this year. Then last month we co-organized together with Toyama and Renka, so-called Race to Zero Carbon City seminar. So we understand these two cities are quite, the leading cities in both countries who already commits the race to zero or zero carbon city, which targeting the 2050 net zero. And then in the seminar, Mayor of Renka presented race to zero commitment and his experience in COP26. And also Toyama side presented zero carbon city commitment and its new energy vision. And we also discussed that the shared importance of the public-private collaboration to achieve net zero, because that local governments cannot control all the emission within their boundary, because there are also many private companies working doing businesses in the boundary. So that's why we have to cooperate together with the private sectors to really achieve the net zero goal. Regarding the project development, this is just a few examples. So with the Renka side, currently 2 main topics have been discussed for these 2 years. One is green hydrogen with mobility application, because many companies in Toyama side has experiences in having a green hydrogen station with the fuel cell vehicle operation. So this facility is actually located within the Toyama City's facility. And also another company called Nippon Kucho Hokuriku is one of the EPC as well as the operator of the PV power station, and they have a largest sales record of the industrial sharp PV panels in Japan in 2020. So like that, together with these prestigious companies from Toyama City, we are trying to develop a project. And besides this Toyama City approach with Renka, we are also working to develop the JCM model projects in Chile, not only in Renka, but also in Chile with the Ministry of Environmental Japan support. So for the quick summary, of course, actually the more precise and detailed explanation was given by Mr. Takahashi of Global Environmental Center Foundation. But this is kind of, just tips for JCM model project development. So firstly, let's estimate potential subsidy. So the potential subsidy can be estimated by calculating the potential CO2 emission reduction amount, and then all the cost of the certain percentage of the cost of the core technologies, or the maximum 18 million US dollar per project. So this kind of calculation is it's not really complicated, but it's not really the simple for the maybe Chilean companies. So that's why we consultant can be here to be your support to do this kind of things. But you can also check the potential, how we calculate with the emission factor, which is the latest one is, of course, in the last year. For the energy saving and for the renewable energy, we use the different emission factors to calculate the CO2 reduction. And secondly, the important thing is let's structure a project. So one is important thing is the partnering with the Japanese company, and also to set the actual applicable schedule. So these kind of things we can also advise you like that. Then to realize this project, we consulting firm can support the Chilean entity, and also, of course, the interested Japanese parties for any processes. So even starting to find partners in Japan or in Chile, and also to support calculation the CO2 emission and the potential subsidy. And also, even if you require, we can also support the preparation of the proposal document itself. So, and also if you need some certain supplier or whatever, and also if you are the Japanese supplier and you need to find a Chilean buyer, that kind of support is our role. So this presentation is put in the website of GEC already, so you can check this in detail later. But if you, for the smoother consultation with us, please provide following information when you would like to talk with us. But of course, if you cannot fulfill all the points, it is also fine. Then please also be noted that we, as a consultant, of course, will firstly put the emphasis on the JCM model project, which has a quite, the easy to use and the great potential scheme. But at the same time, that's not applicable for every projects. So in line with each type of the projects, we can also discuss with you and propose you about the potential scheme which can be initiated by the Japanese government or Japanese side. So these are some of the examples of the related schemes. And then finally, I just want to introduce some of the potential technologies or approaches. So I personally consider, and I think Mr. Horika also mentioned, that we need a diversification of the renewable energy project in Chile. So all of 8 selected projects in Chile are all PMGD scheme projects, and the 7 are solar, and 1 is only the biomass. And we understand, considering this new regulation and the PMGD and other schemes, DS88, we understand simple solar PV project will be less profitable, even with the subsidy. And we understand supplying more stable electricity by renewable energy plus battery, or wind, or hydropower, or biomass, waste heat recovery, including waste to energy, and solar thermal. That kind of, other type of this renewable energy should be also important. So we are looking forward to receiving this kind of proposal from Chilean side to realize these projects with the Japanese subsidy. Then also there is another one of the good example, which is already approved project. The title is 3 megawatt solar power project utilizing farmland in Valais region. So there is a 3 megawatt normal PMGD project, but together with that, there is another 20 kilowatt of agrivoltaic pilot project is implemented with the Japanese technology. So together with the Chilean Ministry of Agriculture and Irrigation. So I think also in the presentation, Mr. Felipe Diaz, that agricultural sector is also important in the climate change issues. So we understand this PV project, which can also contribute to the agriculture sector. And also it will also contribute to the climate change adaptation by reducing water consumption by the agriculture practice. That kind of thing is also promoted through JCM. Then other than that, hydrogen ammonia, of course, that is key interest of the Chilean side, as I understand. So there are still some barriers, especially cost efficiency. So this approximately $35 per ton CO2 is the calculation method for the subsidy. So that's why it is still not so easy to apply JCM supporting scheme, but still we understand there could be various schemes applicable, and there would be also new schemes under consideration. So that we can still, if we can keep the communication, when the new schemes are ready, we can resume the discussion. And also energy efficiency, we would like to get the more project in Chile, for example, like air conditioning technologies. And regarding refrigerant and forest management, etc. So at this moment we cannot mention clearly, but in line with Article 6 of Paris Agreement, as Mr. Horikawa mentioned, new types of the application in JCM is under consideration. So let's start discussion for that as well. And also finally the CCUS technology. So this is one of the Japanese engineering companies material. So by capturing CO2 from the industrial process or other from the atmosphere to make the final output of the energy or the material. So this is also one of the potential area of the JCM model project. So please also consider this as one potential. Yeah, so please feel free to contact with us in Japan and Chile. So that's all for my presentation. Muchas gracias.
Thank you very much,